Passion is an inner drive that won't leave us alone. When we try to ignore it, it pulls us back magnetically. We begin to understand more of ourselves through paying attention and serving the passion. When we do, we find a higher form of ourselves, a more expressive part of ourselves, that we rise above happiness when we engage in passion. We begin to understand the strength and a foundation that is only ours. And that's why there's a magnetic pull that brings us back. It is ours. If we ignore it, it's still there, but we can find it. We can still reach deep down and understand what brings light to our eyes and only our eyes. When we pay attention to it, we rise above the general concept of happiness. If you think that you don't have passion, what you're ignoring is living with a sense of passion. Acting on interest and curiosities is the first part of it. When you do that, you start an energy. If you continue that, the momentum builds, and if you're paying attention, you'll start to understand what you do have a passion about. And it may be just the grain of sand on the beach that leads you to understanding the bigger picture, but it is a constant pursuit in life. The main thing is paying attention to even the slightest magnetic pull of curiosity, inspirations, and motivations that lead you to completion of perhaps a project that you see as a reflection of yourself. And through music, we wake that up, we vibrate, we literally vibrate when we hear certain kinds of music that don't just give us feelings. It wakes us up to who we are. It wakes us up to the deeper part of ourselves. I find music to be the ultimate expression. And it's the one that is the universal language that we all tap into. That certain music will arouse someone in a jungle in Africa in a similar sense as it will arouse somebody, or that it will influence somebody in traffic in Chicago. So to boil all of that down, that early in my life I woke up to the idea that music plays such an important role in an expression of who we are, because it resonates with the emotions and the understandings of ourself. So in my passion to help others understand themselves, I have organized the Svoboda guitar playlist so that through music, the ultimate expression, that they can enjoy getting to know those parts of them that they want to know. One evening I was with some friends and we were all having dinner, and they had on my CDs and they were playing them randomly. And I found it to be a nice ambience, but I found it to be interruptive as the CDs changed tracks. And each one gathered our attention in a certain way. So it would be on random, and we'd go from a nice, pretty piece to a contrasting Spanish piece. I think their intent was that the variety, the extreme variety, would provide a good ambiance for conversation. Well, I changed. I got up and I went in and I put together with the CDs they had in there an order of songs that I thought would go together well. The whole evening changed. After the 8 songs played, the gentleman that was with me, my friend that was with me, asked me to play it again. I asked him why, and he said that it evoked a tone in the evening that he will never forget. Well, to this day, when we refer to that evening, he talks about the music that was played, not the dinner that was served or the conversation that was had. He talked about how the music set the tone for the conversation, how the music set the tone for the dinner, and also how the music mellowed his kids out. And it was when the variety started to contrast that it broke the mood. I took that idea and I could see that by grouping these in different ways that we could address the emotions that we want to have, the emotions that we want to enhance. So let's say I'm wanting to get motivated and I put on a group of tunes. I don't just put on random tunes that are full of energy. I have a set design that these pieces, one to another, will enhance the sense of motivation that's already in you. That's the first part of it. It does reach people. I've organized it in a way that it reaches people in different ways. So it can reach the same person in countless ways. Each playlist taps into a way that you see yourself. And one of my passions in life is to help people to understand the way that they see themselves. That is why I created the Svoboda guitar playlist.